Welcome back to KCTV English News. I'm Angel Kim. Additional COVID-19 cases have been confirmed in Jeju. Patient numbers 82 through 85 were confirmed in Jeju yesterday. Patient number 82 is a resident of Incheon City and visited Jeju on November 29th. The 83rd patient was living in Jeju temporarily when they began experiencing suspicious symptoms, after which they were tested for COVID-19. The patient is currently receiving treatment in a negative pressure room at Seogwipo Medical Center. The 84th and 85th patients had come into contact with village leaders from Jeju City. They were reported to have fevers while in self-quarantine. The provincial office is conducting investigations to trace their travel routes by their statements and credit card usage history. Following the retrial of the surviving inmates of the April 3rd incident, inmates who have been unaccounted for will also be given formal retrials for the first time in 70 years. The Jeju District Court has decided to initiate a retrial for 10 people who went missing during imprisonment, including Oh Hyung-yul, who had been taken prisoner for violating the National Defense Security Act. The main issue in the retrial was whether the prisoners could be considered legally deceased at the time of the appeal. After examining historical records and eyewitness testimonies, the court explained that it would be possible to conclude that they were indeed deceased. The 10 prisoners were sentenced to prison during illegal military trials between 1947 and 1949 on charges of treason and violating the National Defense Security Act, and went missing while serving in prisons around the country. The year's first snow has fallen on Hallasan Mountain. The Jeju Regional Meteorological Administration reported the first snow at Hallasan Mountain's Wiseorum at 6:30 a.m. on November 29th. The snowfall was recorded at about 1 centimeter and occurred 10 days later than last year's first snow. According to the Meteorological Administration, the lowest temperature recorded on the morning was -5.8 degrees Celsius at Wiseorum, -4 degrees Celsius at Samgakbong Peak, and -2.8 degrees Celsius at Yeongsil. A national petition that is calling for fair delivery rates to Jeju is being pushed forward. Jeju Island and the Jeju Green Consumer Agency announced that they are filing a petition with the Blue House and the National Assembly demanding a more reasonable system for shipping costs to the island. The union said imposing a special delivery fee of up to 20,000 won because Jeju constitutes as an island area is an unfair practice and a form of discrimination based on the area of residence. The province has urged residents to actively participate in the online petition held this month, as more than 200,000 signatures are needed for the government to respond. On the morning of November 30th, the Jeju Social Welfare Community Chest of Korea held the launching ceremony of the Hope 2021 sharing campaign at the Nohyang five-way intersection in Jeju City. The Social Welfare Community Chest of Korea will raise funds with the goal of 3.73 billion won by January 31st of next year. The donations raised will be used to support jobs for women and young adults suffering from the economic fallout of COVID-19, as well as special care services for vulnerable social groups. Thank you for joining us today at KCTV English News. Please follow us on YouTube at KCTV E! News Jeju and on KCTV's VOD service. Have a great evening.